So we're not the blind leading the blind, but we don't see the result. You do a mitzvah, you don't see anything happen.
Yeah.
But you've just been told it is happening. So you know there's something happening, you know there is a result. You don't see it yet because you can't yet.
Did we answer the question, the original question that we raised about our assumptions?
Yes, because it says that because we will. What it's saying as a definite is, in the end of times you will do the mitzvahs. When Moshiach comes, you will do the mitzvahs. Before Moshiach comes, you will do the mitzvahs, one way or the other.
Answer the question. Or free choice.
No, because we said free choice is only how long it takes you.
Okay.
That's where your free choice is. When you're going to do it, but eventually you're going to do it.
I guess now 2 questions. I guess the first one is, so we're not earning it, that makes it higher, but it's our feeling when we come down into this world, the feeling of the lack of, and then the even greater appreciation of is what makes it a higher machshava.
Well, it's more than that. It's that through that lack, we draw down a deeper thing. Meaning, when you appreciate a person, let's say a human being, that you had always around, and then you were away from them, and you appreciate them. It's not, when you get back, it's not that you're back to where you were before, but you appreciate it more. You actually have a deeper perspective of that person. You know that person better. By being away from them, you know them better. You know more about them. What they mean to you has now come to the fore. You didn't know that before. You didn't know what they mean to you. Now you do. So there was a level of comfort you had with them all the time. But only when you were away from them, the absence created a deeper relationship. It's not just you appreciate the relationship you had before and you're back to it. It's you have a deeper relationship now. So here as well, it's not that the soul goes away from Hashem, appreciates what it is to be with Him, and so comes back now appreciative to where it was. No. It's that by going away, by going down, that lack, that void causes a yearning in the soul that draws the soul closer to Hashem. That we have a deeper appreciation of Hashem.
Does it draw Hashem's, that yearning, that's what brings down Hashem. It's not us going up.
Yeah, right. It's meaning it's not just in the afterlife. It's that we draw down the essence of Hashem, and then when Mashiach comes, we experience that.
Right.
We draw down now, but we experience it when Mashiach comes.
Okay.
So, but surely isn't the high level... so you're basically saying this whole process refines our yearning, our passion for Hashem. But wouldn't a high level just be like originally what it was, that purity of only Hashem? Like the soul within Hashem, like there's no distinction of that perspective, or my perspective of Hashem, that I have a greater passion for Him. Like there is only Hashem. Like, you know,
There is, but even machshava, which is where we come from, the level of thought of Hashem,
right.
even that's not the ultimate. The source of the soul, there's higher than that as well.
Okay.
And so it's not enough to just go back to where we were. It's that we go back to a deeper place.
But like the whole concept of echad, like one, like how can you see that? Surely wouldn't that be the highest state? Like how could that, like do you get what I'm trying to say? When this whole process is refining us and our perspective in terms of our soul yearning for Hashem. Like there's still that distinction between us and then Hashem. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like surely that level of echad, I don't know, would be greater than that separation.
Yeah, but I guess you can lose yourself in Hashem on different levels.
Okay.
There's different levels where you can lose yourself. And the idea is to go to the highest. Higher than where you originally were with Him.
Is how much essence we draw down, will that affect it, how much we have when Moshiach comes? Fancy.
How much essence? You mean each individual?
Because you said we're drawing down the essence, but we're not going to experience it till Moshiach comes. So if we only draw an X amount of essence, was that how much we're going to experience?
See, the thing about essence,
There's no limit.
one of the rules of essence that the Baal Shem Tov said is k'shata tofes b'miktzose ata tofes b'kulei,
okay.
which means that if you have a bit of essence, you have it all.
So really,
Because there's no bit,
So is
there's
there
no
a
part
point
of
in all of us
essence,
doing it?
any connection.
He was like, I can do it all.
It's yeah, because it's not just about you. It's about every part of the world being connected to essence.
So every part has to connect to essence, and therefore that entire part experiences it in the fullest.
Yeah, because it's got to be begilui. The idea is, if we just had to draw down the essence, just do one mitzvah. But it's got to be revealed. And revealed means not just here, but there and everywhere. So the world's got to be full of essence. There's always two things.
So
Dira
then the answer
b'tachtonim
to
means
Hashem is-
bringing Hashem's essence down to be revealed in the world. So to be revealed means that the world has to get it.
That's only when Moshiach comes.
Yeah, but that's through making the entire world a vessel for that, ready for it.
So a few people are essentially going to facilitate the entire people. Like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there will be no differentiation because when Moshiach comes, not going to be looking for that.
Yeah.
And can I show on a very simplified concept? Is that so when we tell the kids, like, okay, we've got to say a possible terry because we've got to elevate this section. Is that just drawing this whole concept into like massive Apollo?
Yeah, that by saying a pasuk, saying a bracha, doing a mitzvah in a place, in a time,
That draws down
with a
from
certain
that time,
object. So now this object, this place, this time is now open to godliness. Until now it wasn't, because no mitzvah had been done here. But now it is. It's a place, it's an arena, a scene for a mitzvah.
That can create a really...
And so even though you can't see anything change, it looks like the same place now. But okay, that's because we can't see it yet. But you've elevated this place. And some places need more work to refine them more. Some places, one mitzvah will be enough.
How does that make sense though? If it's spirituality, it shouldn't be limited by space or what we...
Because it's got to be revealed. The whole point is to reveal it in the physical world.
So when Moshiach comes, it will be revealed whether we elevate it or not.
No, because as we'll see in the Maimer, Mashiach is not just a thing that plops out of the sky. It's something that we create. We make the world into the Mashiach world. So
what about...
So, like it says, there are many stories of like Mashiach could have come at this time or that time.
Yeah.
So I didn't it, because the world wasn't ready. So what does it mean Mashiach could have come? If the world's not ready, then it couldn't come. What does it mean? What does it mean it could have came at that time if it couldn't? So there was a Rabbi, the Abderov, one of the students of the Baal Shem Tov, and he once said at his tish, at his table, he said to his chassidim that he's discovered a combination of Hashem's name that if he would meditate on it, it would force Mashiach to come right now. That he found in some sefer or something, whatever, he worked out that if he meditates on this particular divine name, it will create a Mashiach energy that will force Mashiach to come immediately. So his chassidim said, so what are you waiting for? Do it. So he said that no, because the world's not ready for it. He says, what do you mean? Like Mashiach, if you can bring Mashiach, bring. He says, no, because if Mashiach comes now, there'll be many neshamas that will miss out. Because the world's not ready, so certain neshamas will not be prepared for Mashiach, so they'll have to be just got rid of. Because they're not ready for Mashiach. And so if Mashiach comes now, they'll just have to be...
There's not going to be any
So there's
one
going to be a
when the
time
world
when
is ready
every
for
neshama
Mashiach.
is ready?
So one
And then
of his
that's not
chassidim
right
says
now.
to him, Rebbe,
How do you know it's not right now?
so there'll be a few neshamas that miss out. We're talking here about redeeming the entire world. We're talking about the end of suffering and pain. So there'll be a few neshamas miss out. Isn't it worth it for Mashiach to come now? So the Abderov said to him, you're one of the neshamas that will miss out.
He was quite after that, I bet.
That's
Yeah,
right.
complaining.
That's right. And what was the proof that he was one of the neshamas?
The fact that he
The
said
fact
that.
that he asked
He
that
said, let
question.
Mashiach come so some people miss out. Let it... So you see the world's not ready.
So we have to
So-
be ready? Like, why can't Mashiach come and we're not ready?
Then you can't be a part of it.
Yeah, Okay, so basically,
If you're not ready,
Mashiach's not
it means. What does it mean? If
So
Mashiach,
everyone, no, all the Jewish people are not going to be ready. Like,
No, they'll be
even as much as we try, like that's going to be years and
but
years.
the problem is that whoever
Are you
told us
saying
the world
every
is
neshama
ready.
has to be ready
So-
for Mashiach? Like has
Why?
to be so refined to be
Who's
ready?
not ready for Mashiach?
What does being ready
Who's not ready for Mashiach?
I'm totally ready.
Well, the Joe Blow down the road that doesn't realise
If
the
that
importance
chassid
of
wasn't ready,
anything.
then like
It's
Like,
relative.
Then he wasn't ready. Today, who's not ready?
Nobody's
Well,
ready.
how do we
So
know?
how
do
come
we
he's not
know?
here? Everybody's ready.
We only know what the Upter
What's that?
Rebbe,
I don't think I'm
The-
ever
the-
going to be ready.
the Upter Rebbe told his
What do
generation,
you mean?
we're not ready. Our Rebbe told our generation, we are ready.
So what is not here if we're already?
But didn't you just say something about everyone
Good
doing
question.
This
things?
is how long is a piece
Well,
of
we're
string
ready in
conversation?
the sense that we can't really take Golos anymore, but we're not really ready. Like, look at us.
But are we ever going to get to that? Like,
So, what this
What does it
mimer
mean
and what the
that
previous
we get to
mimer
that
showed
point?
us is that, what do you mean you're not ready? Your mitzvahs that you do today are infinitely more powerful than the mitzvahs of any previous generation.
But isn't it about a mindset that we have?
And
We always come back
the
to this.
the the mitzvah.
He's the type of
feel like
person
it's
to
what
talk
always
about.
come back to this point.
9 o'clock night.
The fact that at this time we're still doing mitzvahs, so many mitzvahs, so well, what's not ready?
Like that we could do more, I don't know.
Because we
So
do
do
so
it.
many Averis to like counter. Do it.
That just makes the mitzvahs even more impressive.
Oh, really?
That
Keep it in the back of my mind.
that this person, I'm not going to say you or me, this person who does so many averas and they do mitzvahs, it's unbelievable. Like, why are they doing mitzvahs?
You can say the exact
the way it's
opposite.
been.
It's
You're just
incredible.
being very nice about it. We're not
Just
doing
say that.
good enough, obviously.
Okay, look, if you want to improve, I'm not telling you not to. but it might just be one little improvement that all.
Are you saying
all
that
that we
our
need.
generation has it harder than any other generation?
Yeah, we know that.
Spiritually, I'm not saying we have
even
harder
if he's not
lives.
saying that, we're
On the
not
opposite.
saying that.
Because we have such easy lives, we have it so easy in our gashmis, in our material life. So to do a mitzvah, why bother? Once upon a time, you could say, "Why are you doing mitzvahs?" Look, this world I don't have. At least next world, at least I'll have some meaning, at least some hope. Well, we have this world. What are we missing? See, we're ready. It's the first thing on our lips that we're missing Mashiach. Like we're actually missing something.
But we're a small population.
You could have thought 100 years ago, 200 years ago, you could have thought, listen, if I wouldn't be suffering so much, if life would be a bit easier, if I'd have freedom, would I need Mashiach?
Well, we're just
Like
suffering
this-
on a different
This would
But
be
don't you
Mashiach.
think more than half the Jewish population now thinks that?
Yeah, no.
I want Mashiach, but then life's going to change.
Yeah.
I want life to
And
Everyone
no one
change.
can give you
likes this
answers about
world.
what
So
it's
let's
like.
be honest.
That's
like,
what I think it means that we're not ready because we're all enjoying this world a lot.
so
And
maybe that's how all the bad things are happening because they want to make us stop enjoying the world.
No, but there's a
So we
mitzvah
work
to
hard
enjoy
for
God's
Mashiach.
creation.
no. I mean, yeah, but like,
I mean, yeah.
that there's a lot of
Did we get that on
enjoyment of
tape?
stuff
No,
going on.
no, yes, you're right. Alright. Just wanted to make sure it's recorded.
Okay, I think we got a bit sidetracked. I'm sorry.
Mashiach always
No,
sidetracks
this is actually
people.
what the Maimer is about. That the Mesiras Nefesh that we have, because we're so much lower. Remember, the principle is Yeruda l'tzorech aliyah. You go down for the sake of going up, which means the further down you go, the further up it takes you. So, can you get any further down than our generation? No.
Impossible.
Not yet.
Wait
100
100
years.
Wait 50 years, let's see what happens next.
No, this is as bad as it gets. It can't get any worse.
That's what they said 50 years ago.
And so the light that we are generating now is so powerful, is so divine, so high that this is how Mashiach comes. This is the exact process.
Wouldn't it be very disappointing if we keep counting, keep saying that, we're ready, but he's not here for some unknown reason?
Guess what? They've been doing that for centuries. That's what's been happening. What are they doing in gas chambers? What did they do when Beis Hamikdash burnt down? They said, bring Mashiach, bring Mashiach. The whole Yom Yom says
Yeah,
that.
you see, we live in a very instantaneous generation. Like if something takes
More than
a minute to download, then we
cancel it.
we
I don't think
yeah.
that is.
Like,
That's right.
don't wait for this anymore.
This is so slow. My